Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another day of the DQ Labs Meet Your Architecture School. Today, we are very happy to bring in Architect Chandran from East West School of Architecture. He's the Dean of Academics, and he's come here to discuss with you about East West College and East West School of Architecture and what you can expect if you are learning from that school. Um, so, without further ado, what I'm going to do is just talk about the what's going to happen today. We are going to understand the philosophy of the head of the institute, the unique features of the school, the general scores, ranks, and the board percentage required, course fees, hostel fees, and other expenses, transportation, and other unique points of the institute as usual. Um, look out. The presentation would be for about 20 to 30 minutes, followed by a Q&A of about 20 minutes. We'll also be having an interior design school coming in tomorrow, so look out for that. All right. But before we proceed, it would be great if you could like this webinar and also subscribe to the DQ Labs YouTube channel. If you do have any questions, please type them in the questions tab, and we'll be happy to ask these questions out to Architect Chandran. Now, for those of y'all who are preparing for NATA 2020, the new pattern, questions have been uploaded on DQ Edge. All of y'all do have access to this. If you do not have access, please log on to edge.dqlabs.in and you will get access to these questions. And all the best to you. All right. But we also have something called the design hackathon going on. This is for the next batch of students from class 8 to class 12. Um, it's an inter-school design competition. We have teams from all across India participating in this. It would be brilliant if you could inform your brothers, your sisters, your relatives, your juniors, your school principal, and to see if as many students can participate in this opportunity. There are good prizes, including Wacom tablets and Stedler kits for all the winners. All right, including 100% up to 100% scholarships and up to 30% off on Wacom products, some of the products and Stedler products as well. So I'm not going to bore you a little anymore. Over to Architect Chandan. Architect Chandan, thank you so much for coming over here today. Hope all is safe
Thank
with
you so
you
much.
at the faculty. Yeah, hope all is safe with you and the faculty
Yes,
at East
definitely.
West
Thank
School
you
of
so much.
Architecture.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah,
It is. Thank you
you
so much.
could go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could go ahead and start off with your presentation by sharing your screen.
Yeah. Thank you so much, DQ Lab and Mr. Dion, to providing me this opportunity to interact with all the new budding architects and aspirant students who are hoping for to do well in their NATA and as well as joining this very creative field of their career as an architecture. So without any further delay, I'll just share my screen and I'll start talking about and give you a little bit of information about my college, East West School of Architecture. So here we go. My screen is visible?
Yes, it's visible.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay. Perfect. So I'm representing East West School of Architecture. This is under East West group of institutions. So we have multiple institutions with a variety of streams. In that we have East West School of Architecture. And what we this is our own building for architecture, especially only for architecture. And what we offer and how we are doing it and who we are, everything will be explaining one by one in the slide. So we are East West School of Architecture, and our Council of Architecture code is K46 with VTO we known as the 1WS. Our CT code is E271 and Comet K code is E196. What we offer Bachelor of Architecture at this point of time, and definitely in coming future we will be having many more courses into the field of architecture. We are located in off Magri Road. So a very near to Magri Nice Road Junction is just a few, less than a kilometer or maybe a kilometer away from there. And from like the nearest BMTC bus from the college is just opposite to the main gate. So it's a 0 kilometer. And then metro, you have a nearest metro station at this point of a time, the Mysore Road, which is the 8 kilometers from my college. And you have a major railway station like KSR and KBS, that is 10 kilometer, and KIL International Airport, that is 40 kilometers away from the college. So we are very much within the city. How to be a part of EWSA is that the 10 plus 2 or PUC or placement 10 plus 3 diploma. The minimum for this academic year, as per the guidelines given by the Government of India, is a minimum pass marks, and this valid only for this year, and especially for the diploma students, is the mathematics as a compulsory subject for to be eligible for to taking up the course. And yes, the another eligibility is the NATA, National Aptitude Test in Architecture, or JEE Main Paper 2 drawing test. Either of them will work with us. East West School of Architecture is having a vision as empowering students through academics to create modern society using sustainability. And our mission is to train the young generations to be responsible towards history and heritage, teaching methodology that apprehend the values, ideas, and effort by the students in their design development. These are our top management, the founder, late Sri C.M. Nagaraj, former chairman, late Sri C.N. Ravikiran, present chairman, Srimati Rashmi Ravikiran, and secretary, Sri Tejas Kiran. And our team within the campus to lead with Dr. Purushottam, the Director of Admission, Principal EWIT, this is Chan Keshwalu, the Dean Sri Sayada Tixiraz, and Dean Academics, Architect Chandan Kumar, that's me. And we have a beautiful teams of with knowledge and experience. Architect Chandrakala, Architect Sujit Prabhu, Architect Vimla, Architect Nitil Kunkarni, Architect Vatsala Sutar, Ramesh Katti sir, Ramesh Katti, he's an artist, BFA, MFA, Engineer Kumuda, Engineer Vijay for structure subject, like civil engineering subject, and Dr. Steny Mirinda for communication skills. We have many more faculties, but I have highlighted only those faculties who are, right now taken up, but other faculties are already, but since the classes are not happening, so the online classes are happening, so I am yet to get their details and all this thing. So I have an affiliation for my college from the VTU, Council of Architecture, and Government of Karnataka. Then these are the few subjects which I have listed over here, which which we will be teaching you during architecture, and these are nothing new subjects, which is there with the which is recommended by Council of Architecture, as well as university also says that. But why I have listed over here that these are the subjects which are going to make you an architect and live with you forever, whether it's architectural design, material management, and building construction. History of architecture is one of the most interesting subjects. You will be finding basic design will give you another nice touch to your artistic skills. Model making will give you control on your hand to how to make a model. In fact, like, for to visualize any design in architecture, it's really good practice to do a model and then develop your design. These are the unique features and unique way we will be doing it. So most of the things when we teach, we do not teach only on the paper or only in the classroom, but then we will be keep going to outdoor, we'll be keep going to the workshop, we'll be making models, we'll be doing a lot of experiments before we finalize the design. Theory of architecture will give you a glimpse of like the design principles or the exact theory, how it works in architecture and what is the really architecture is all about. Design principles, the design strategy, the social interventions to it. uh, do these the next subject is computer application. So computer application is nothing much. It makes you enable. It gives you an ability to express your designs, express your visions using a computer platform. So where we will be using various softwares like AutoCAD, Revit, 3ds Max, Photoshop, SketchUp, etc., etc. There are so many softwares which we will be giving you the information about. Then there are subjects like modern architecture, sustainable architecture, climatology. Climatology is another thing to remember, and there, which is going to be, I mean, one of the important topics for you in your in your architectural design to implement. Without this, your designs many times may not work. So how it works and how it is related, all those things we will be giving you once you join East West School of Architecture. Building structures, a civil engineering subject. We have wonderful faculties to deal with those subjects. Building services, vernacular architecture, urban design. So, I mean, these are the very few subjects which I have lined up over here. Otherwise, if you look at this syllabus, total each semester, you will be having 8 subjects. So, then what are the work we do? Academic works, like, the students, when they finish complete their work, the jury will be a regular practice to be like, the calling architects from the industry, the practicing architect, or maybe the faculty from other colleges. They will come, they'll review, they'll give you the input, they will modify, polish, they'll give you their ideas how to improvise your work. So this is one of the regular and activity in our college. Also what we do is we always believe in our traditions and culture, what we are not even practicing nowadays, and people are slowly forgetting about it. So what we do is we make sure that at least in one semester we will be digging out into our culture, our style, our traditions from the root level, and then present it or learn about it and present it in a modern way. So we will be doing multiple times. We will be going to the one of the historical side. We'll be doing sketching, documentations. We will be doing photography. We'll be talking to the people. So many activities. I'll show you in the coming slides how we do that, and how why we are so different in terms of all these activities. Then some of the drawings exercise, the here in, if you can look at it, your this slide itself shows that, like, how we develop the building, the building look and feel just by using a different material. So some of the material experiment also we'll be doing it. So this is not the final sheet, or this is not the final design. This is just the experiment of the different materials to see that how this model building is going to look like. Some of the activities what we keep doing is like workshops. So this is one of the workshop what we conducted in our, like, the brick workshop. So it's all time lapse video, so it will be really fast forward mode. Yeah. So now I mean, you can ask question, or you might be thinking that why to have a workshop. So these workshops are may basically to give you another information out of the paper, or the knowledge what you get in the books, or the some of the lectures or the notes prepared by the faculty and handed over to you, makes you enable to clear your exam and get the marks. But then where will you get the knowledge? Where will you get the actual professional activity exposure, or the knowledge that how it really works on the ground in the field? So the reason, the to cut down that question, or to give that kind of a knowledge to the student, this is what the kind of activity we keep doing it. So this is one of the activity. Another, this is another video showing that, like, how your artistic hand gets developed over here with the mentorship or with the expert faculties. So here in this video, if you look at it, none of my students are artists, or none of them have come over here with the very, the fine artistic knowledge, or the artistic hand. But here, when they work with the faculty, when they follow the faculty instructions, when they work with the expert, definitely their artistic skills, artistic levels increase. And why we need artistic hand or the skill in architecture is to nothing but to present your work in a much better way, a very refined way. So presentable mode of your sketches, your proportions, how it works, and also like how it was, how it used to be in the history. Everything has to be present. So to present it well, you need to have a bit of a artistic skill. That is what we flourish over here with the help of expert in the market. And the next videos which I'm going to play, it's a raw video, it's a raw footage of one of the we every year we have a exhibition called annual exhibition. So each year when we complete our academic year, whatever the work we have done within the year, including the academic work and the tour or industrial visit, or any kind of interesting work done by the students out of curriculum, that everything will be put together. We have a selection committee, we select all the work, and then they will put it through the exhibition hall. And this is what the small video showing the preparation of the exhibition hall, how we do. So all these decorations done by the students themselves. So these are the small clips, small videos, to just to give you a glimpse of how it works over here with us. So the learning activities, apart from what you saw, is the wall painting, site surveying. We take you to the site to do the site survey to understand that how it works in the field. Sketching activities with the different proportions. We do exhibitions not only in our college but also in other colleges if there is any event, and we keep going for an industrial visit quite frequently. So also we do model making, we do hands-on workshop, we do a lot of cultural, we take part in cultural events, not only within the college, within the campus, also to we go to other colleges and other campuses to participate in their cultural programs. We frequently keep going every year. Once we go to the study tour, that's a national tour, and every the optional tour is the international tour, which is optional for the student. We keep doing a festival celebration. So these are the kind of some of the footage from the learning activities. The students who are working, you can see that they sketch their rendering skills, their drafting skills, their coloring skills, and its model making skills. It's myself helping the students how to make the model and how to visualize it. Okay. And also we keep conducting a lot of seminars and webinars at this point of a time. So here there are the three top webinars what we conducted, and which was really appreciated by all the, not only East West School of Architecture students, but also from the across other colleges the students who participated and who attended these seminars. They really like these seminars. So that's the reason that I have put up only these three webinars over here. So the hands-on workshop, you see that we have conducted one carpentry workshop. Then all these brick bonds, what you will going to study in the first year, the brick bonds. So the how, like there are many brick bonds like English bonds, Flemish bonds, and etc. etc. So all how those bonds work and how does it look on a ground, and how does it look on the paper. It's two different things. When you see it in the book or see it in the paper, you might not be able to understand that how it works and why we are learning all these things. But when you do it on the ground, you'll be able to understand that how different it is and how important these informations to these knowledge to gain and continue further. Workshop on a clay modeling. Here when we conducted this workshop, we had given the students a task to create biomimicries, depict the biomimicries using the clay. So all these houses or the buildings, what you see is all from the inspired from the nature. So this is a small time-lapse video of model making workshop. Carpentry workshop, some of the footage of the carpentry workshop, how our students learn how to do that. Then the study tour, we keep going to this for the study tour. So this is one of the study tour. We have gone to Hampi to understand the heritage and culture and the history of our own place. Then this year, I mean, previous to this semester, we had gone to Tamil Nadu tours, Tamil Nadu, Pondicherry tours. So, these are some of the footage from Tamil Nadu and Pondicherry as well. Industrial visit, we keep going to wood industry visit to understand how our wood prepares and reach to our house from jungle. Then we had gone to quarry to understand how the stone reaches to our construction site, and how what are the natures, the type, size, everything. Yeah. Then we do this is what I was talking about in the beginning, that we keep doing the lot of model making exercise using thermocols, using all waste material, good materials, whatever the students may find, to understand that how their design is going to look like. So when you are able to visualize your design just by doing a model, then only you put it on the paper. So then the chances of understanding, level of understanding, and the chances of getting wrong is very less. The wall painting, will be keep doing a lot of wall paintings within the campus, within the college. And so this is one of the footage for wall painting done by our students within the building itself. Yeah. So this the final output you saw. Then this is the annual exhibition what we had laid, where you saw the students were preparing at that point of a time. This was the final output of the exhibition, where chief guests and the distinguished dignity people had come to witness the our annual exhibition. And we do have a connection with the social engagement. So social engagement, we think that our students or school of architecture, or for any architecture for that matter, we cannot be just like self-centered and thinking about ourselves. So what we do is we have to give back to the society. So what we do is we tie up with NGOs, and we keep going to nearby villages or the people wherever we find a public building like a school. So this is one of the example of the school. So the event called School Bell. So in that, wherever the school, I mean, the schools were there in a dilapidated conditions. So our students will go along with other some more students, and they will all repair the school. They'll paint it according to their ideas and how it works, and then they'll come back. And all these are done as a social activity by the college for the student. Yeah, we do celebrate a lot of festivals in the college. We are not only the ones like who will be focused only on the academics. So here you will be having a 360-degree development in terms of like social life, entertainment, festivals, family, all those things. So when we are here in the college, we all are like as a one extended family, extended support to each other. So that's the kind of the relation, that's the kind of joy we celebrate among each other, and we continue our studies as well as enjoyment at the college. Cultural programs, like the beginning I mentioned that we do not participate only cultural program only within our campus, but we do go to other colleges campus and visit there and participate in their programs. So this is one of the event which was in BMS School of Architecture, Bangalore. There was a fashion show where in fact our students had won the first prize. So this is one of the good achievement for the students in any other college. We do have a sports ground, and we do believe that sports keeps everyone healthy and their mind fresh, mind healthy, and gives a good thought process for your creative thinking. So we keep putting our students, pushing them to participate in all the athletes and sports event on the sports day of the college. So here you can see that our students are participating in the event, athletics. The achievement, this I explained it already, and this another achievement, we had received a most promising college of the year 2019 India. So this was one of the milestone for us to receive this award, and this gives you a good motivation and the boost for the to do better and better in coming years. The achievement that we had did one exhibition in other college, and also we got a chance to meet architect Balkrishna Doshi, BV Doshi, with our students. So that was another achievement for us. These are the some of the fun life in architecture, what we see, what you're going to witness for like such as students, like I mean many times they'll be having fun not only in the college but also when we go out after the work. We do enjoy all the activities, and even when we go out of the college for the tours and tours of academic tours. Okay, so these are all entertainment and work together. So you can see over here students in the exhibition, you can see here students are drafting, drawing. Here also the drafting, here having fun. So it's a part and parcel of our architecture education. Also, whenever we go out, we make sure that to bring something good with us in digital format. So this is one of the, when we went to Tamil Nadu tour, we saw in the village one person who was making a nice sculpture out of a wood. So a small video clip. Unfortunately, this video is not playing right now, but this video will play. This video I will show you after this presentation separately. This video talks about, like, you must have heard about Atangudi tiles, or if not, you will be hearing it soon once you join architecture. So Atangudi tiles is nothing but as a handmade tiles, and it's oh, I'm so sorry. One second. Yeah. So Atangudi tiles, and this is what I mean. You will be seeing the witness. I mean, my students, all of them, we went and we learn how to actually do this. So this is one of the good experience for the students as well as the faculty who accompanied them. Okay, so yeah, let's play this video. Yeah, you can see that this lady is giving an insight information about how to prepare the tiles, okay, handmade tiles. So some of the market survey about the price and rates, everything they give us the knowledge to the student. Okay, now I will be talking about the infrastructure part, what we have in East West School of Architecture. So this is the whole building as separate in the dedicated building for East West School of Architecture. We have a beautiful studio with a very nicely designed a drafting table, a drafting board, which makes you to do a good drawing over there. And also we have a smart classroom with all digital aids. Then we have a regular classrooms for your exams, for your regular theory classes. Then we have a very wonderful collections of books in our library, and we do make sure that at least each student should get at least 2 to 3 hours on within in a week to spend times in the library. This is our computer lab. This is our workshops, exhibition hall. We have a construction yard where you practice all your skills, hard skills. We do have some of the shared infrastructure with other within the campus. That's a sports ground. We have our own transportation, college buses. We have a dedicated parking space. We have a hostel for girls and boys hostels. within the campus itself and the close proximity of the campus. We have a canteen inside the campus. We have a banking inside the campus, a full-fledged Canada Bank within the campus itself. We have a stationery store, which will provide you the basic requirements for a student within the campus itself. A big seminar hall, an auditorium. So, why I'm talking about all these things are basically to show you that how the students are going to benefit it you coming to once you come to our college. Now we will be talking about a small, few more slides that will just give you the why architecture. If you are joining architecture or if you have taken up NATA to become an architect, but first of all, my common question in the society, everyone is that what architecture, what the architects does. So that's the reason that I have put up a few slides to get you also a detailed knowledge information about why architecture. The one is that the passion for building and spaces, a person who has a passion for buildings, who has a passion for spaces, they should be joining architecture. A person who's thinking about the society, who's thinking about the environmental impact, who's thinking about the carbon footprint, who think about the global warming, who think about the pollution, all those things. Again, somewhere the or the other way, we are responsible as an architect to have a control on this. Okay, so detailed discussion definitely we can have it after the presentation on this, but this is just to give a one point. Also the career longevity, because it's as simple as that, that we do not have a retirement age, so we can work, you can keep working as long as you can. And the leadership quality, because you are an architect and you can become your own boss, so definitely a leadership quality will be one of the added advantage after choosing this field of architecture. Why one should become an architect? People may think that everything is the drawing in architecture. Yes, it is, but you can see the first photograph. It talks about the it all lies in the details, right? Here, agree. But with this, what are the things which are different than about this, which are unaware, people are unaware, the link between people and culture? You could have, you can make out throughout my presentation, I have been talking about the society, I was talking about the culture, I was talking about the traditions and everything. So what we do is whenever we find or get to know about any kind of a local arts and crafts or any kind of local traditions which people are not able to carry forward because nobody is there to take it forward. So what we do is we make a team of the students, we send them, we meet the local people, we meet the villages, we talk to them, we get all the information from them, and we'll try to depict the similar way. Definitely not the same, because you need expertise to become one, but a similar way, and try and implement in their designs so that those traditions and the culture will continue further on. And also to know a little bit more, a little bit of everything. Like architect is nothing but the all-rounder. You have to know about the plumbing, you have to know about the electrical, you have to know about the HVAC, you have to know about the acoustics. For each and everything apart from the design, right? So it's everything basically. Career option after architecture. What is the next after architecture you're going to do? Once you complete your architecture degree, you can join an architectural firm, or you can join a real estate companies to explore market possibilities, or you can join as an academician like me, or you can become a product designer after doing another master's course in product design. You can become, smart cities, urban planning and town planning. That's also another course as a master's after architecture, and you can become one of them. You can become a fashion designer to explore new design after your B.Arch. You can do your master's in that. There are many colleges, good colleges, which provides you these kind of courses after your B.Arch. Landscape architecture, you can do your expertise master's in that. And also a heritage conservation, the protecting the culture and the tradition through architecture. This is one of my most favorite and exciting field of after architecture. Photography also is another option after architecture. You can choose your career in that, because in this one we will be giving you the knowledge, we will be giving you the support and inputs for all about photography. In fact, in my college, we are running a photography club. wherein that the students are all the students of the who are the member of this photographic club, they keep clicking the good photographs, and during the exhibition they'll bring their own photographs and they put it on exhibition. Yeah. And also you can explore the gaming architecture. After doing your architecture, you can choose your masters into digital architecture, and you can choose one of these field also, the gaming architecture or 3D modeling, animations, lot of other opportunities after architecture which will come up. So these are the, I mean, those are the few points, and some more lists are like, it's all I have laid over here, but this is not the only, or this is not the last point. There are so many, but I have highlighted few which are important ones or the well-known everyone. And this is my last slide where this is my contact details. East West School of Architecture, and you have a Google Map direction. You can scan this code, and you have a mobile numbers. Using these two mobile numbers, you can call any of the numbers and connect me. You can send me your queries using the email ID. Visit our Facebook page to see how what are the, because we are very updated on, highly updated on our Facebook page. So you will be able to see our latest activity and event on Facebook page itself. Okay. So that's the end of the slide kind of, and I would like to now hear from you if there is any question, a specific question which I can answer it. Or if you want me to go through any slides in in much more details, I can go back to the slides and explain you completely. So, I mean, fine. What I can do is at this point of a time, I think what I will discuss more about is to understand that how do you, yeah, the academic tools, when we go for the academic tools, what all we do. When we go for the academic tools, we do not just go there to see the, we do not just go there to see and come. When we go there, we do a lot of work over there. We meet with the people, we talk to the people. So before we go there, we have to plan our each and every activity. So how we plan our activity is to find out the first, we find out the, finalize the location. And in that particular location, we need to find out what are the places which we need to visit, what we think is important in terms of architecture, in terms of history, in terms of heritage, how it is going to help in our knowledge, how it is going to help us in the future. So we identify that. Then we search and identify the person who can give us the best knowledge about it, who can explain us each and everything in very detail. Okay, so if you look at it, this street is from Pondicherry. So this is the French colony, this street. So we found it like, there is a intact people are really active in this zone, and they are the one who's responsible for the entire development of this street, which still makes you feel that you are actually into Pondicherry and roaming through a Portugal street. So basically, what I mean to say is like, they are the one who's helping them to keep their identity intact. So when they are there and they are working, so nobody can be better than them who can explain my student about how they are working on it and how they are working with the locals and what are the kind of effort they are putting in, what are the troubles they come across and all that. So when we meet with them, we finalize with them, we discuss with them, and they are the one who will be finalizing some of the buildings to visit for us, which is important. So that is how we roam around to the street. We go to some particular house. We understand the house, which is like renovated and redesigned based on the how it was earlier, and they are giving the complete detailed knowledge, the entire design process and everything. So this is one of the kind of a modern architecture part what we are talking about. But before that, where we had gone is to Hampi. Hampi is the place where it's a completely related to heritage, history, and religion. It has a direct connection with Ramayana. It has a direct connection with your Karnataka history. It has a connection with our own traditions and culture and the kind of craftsman workmanship. If you look at these huge stone structures, you will be amazed, mesmerized to see these stones structures. And if you look at it today, whether can you replicate this? I doubt that we can replicate this. The reason that we do not have a skilled person, we do not have a skilled labor, we do not have anybody to carry forward this tradition. How do we keep ourselves engaged? How do we keep our identity intact? So the reason that, like, why we go for this study is that at least we should document it. Today things are over there, tomorrow it will be there or not, nobody knows. Knowing the situation nowadays, you can see that, like, what kind of a climatic situation arise to all of us. Sometimes flood, earthquake, and all that. We don't know what structures is there today, tomorrow it will be there or not. So we want to explore each and everything. We want to take the knowledge, we want to document it and keep it, at least for the next generation. When they come, when they visit to, they will be able to see it. Not only that, the students, when they visit and do all these study, their level of imagination, their skills, their detailings, their the creativity towards the building element is, it gets to the next level, which allows them and help them to do their design in a different way. So by that, they are able to explore they are able to explore their design possibilities. They are able to explore their creative side of it. Yeah. Yeah, so the industrial visit. Why we keep doing this industrial visit? Industrial visit is important. The reason behind it is that the industry is the one ultimately who gives us the practical knowledge about the materials, the building material. It's very important to know the building material before we try to use it in our design or use it in our building. So building comes later for architecture student. The first is in the at the design, at the concept level itself. You will be asked multiple times by your teachers the question that if you are trying to construct a building, what material you're going to use. So you should know that what are the materials available in the market, what are the properties of those material, how you're going to utilize those materials, how that material will behave in whatever the condition you are putting in, whether you are putting it exposed to the weather or you are putting it interior spaces, how it works in interior spaces, how it is going to react to the external weather or exposed weather with sun, exposed to the sun, exposed to rain. Each and everything you should know. And where will get those information? The books, whatever the information you get, those are, like, a very old written. But I'm not saying that those are not important. Those are definitely important. But then those information will gives you a very basic knowledge. Where in these industrial visit gives you a complete knowledge, a detailed knowledge of each and every material and their behavior. So that's how we are working over here with the East West School of Architecture. Yeah. So next is this model making workshop. So the model making, we definitely, I mean, it's important for all of us to understand that how it has to be, how it is going to look, what is the mass, what is the proportion, what are the things, like, areas for the solid and voids. I mean, there are different ways to do it, and different, the information and the knowledge you will be gain, you will get while doing the modeling, as a process of your design. Okay. Then what else we should emphasize on with East West School of Architecture? What is the other thing special about? Other thing is special about is yes, over here. You know, um, the activity is what we do. Okay. So activity is what we do is activities what we do at East West School of Architecture is a model making. So this model making, what you're looking at over here, this model making and the other model making, which was in the previous slide, what I explained, is a two different things. This model making is not just the model; it's basically a kind of an installation. So what we visualize and what we do use, make it through the sketches and all that. That is what, and then we visualize it, we sketch it, and then finally we realize and understand that how to make this stable. And then we do the installation within the premises, within the college, or within the campus somewhere, or in case if anywhere else required and requested, definitely we do. So we do a very, the creative installation. We create a lot of installation for, the architecture course, which gives you a knowledge and the hands-on experience on how to make it things stable in terms of strength and look and feel as well. You can see this third one, sorry, the study tour. Again, there is one more interesting photograph of Badami. This is where we visited while we had gone to Hampi. We visited to Badami. There our student, we found one person who could give us the entire history of Badami, and he explained it so well and nicely to our students that it has been 2 years, but still our students, their knowledge and the memories is very fresh about each and every details of what they have learned about Badami while during this study trip. Okay, so yeah, I think moreover I'm done with my presentation. I would like
All right.
to, yeah,
All right. Thank you so
yes.
much. Is it done or?
I'm done. I'm done. If there is any questions or anything, anybody wants to know more, or if anybody wants to see one more time slides or any specific slide to explain or discuss, I'm open to it.
All right. All right. All right. All right. So, perfect. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm sorry I got disconnected for the last 10 minutes, and
not
I've
at all.
I've been
Not
having
at
a
all.
little
But I
trouble
have been
getting back online.
continuous. I kept it I mean, keep going. Not an issue.
Fantastic, fantastic.
Yes.
Right. So I'm not entirely sure what you have covered in the last 10 minutes, but
Okay.
I'm very well aware of what you've covered prior to that. All right.
So in the last
Um,
10 minutes, basically, I'll just recap it. In the last 10 minutes, what we discussed about, first we were, I think you must have seen up to this, right? The expert workshops.
a little earlier than that. Yeah, yeah.
Little,
Workshops I saw. Carpentry workshops I
yeah,
saw. Yeah. Clay
carpentry
workshop
workshop,
I saw.
right? Yes, exactly. Right
Yeah.
after that, we discussed about the study tour, the academic tours, how we go and what all we do. In fact, after I completed all my slides, I started explaining about in a detail that what we do when we go for a study tour. Then I
Okay.
explained about the industrial visit, the differences of a model making and the putting a connection between the design as well as the model making and how it is connected. Then we
Okay.
discussed about the wall painting, the exhibitions and culture, history, and then our infrastructures, what all we have in our campus to offer to the student to
Okay.
like, the
Okay.
transportation, parking space, sports. You want me to run through the slides one more
No,
time?
that's it. That's it. No, no, no. That's fine.
Okay.
I got an
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Okay.
Also, I
Fantastic.
discussed with
Why
them
should
like, why one should become an architect, what are the
sure.
career opportunities after architecture. So all those things
All
and
right.
my contact details as well.
Fantastic. All right. All right. All right. So, just to understand a little more now, how
Yeah.
many seats do you have in the college?
I have a 40 intake at present.
40 intake. All right.
Yes.
And how many are associated with CET? How many for CET? How many for
It's
COMEDK?
total 80. The students like 17 plus one is under CET. Plus one is the for a day CET one seat. And
Okay.
12 seats I have under Comet K. And the
Okay.
remaining 10
And
seats as a management admission seat. Management seat I have.
all right. All right. All right. And right. So the CET seats are approximately 1 lakh odd, and
Yes.
COMEDK seats are how much?
Comet cases are 1.8.
1.8. All
3,
right.
83, yeah. Some changes
All
are there,
right.
82,000 something. Yeah.
So around 2 lakhs.
Yeah.
And management seat, is that something you would like to talk about right now? The fee for the
Not an
management seat?
issue. The manager, see, my comment case is because my management philosophy is not about the money. It's about to giving a education to the people who really wish to have take technical education. So
Okay.
in fact, if you look at our management seat cost and comment case seat costs are almost same, only 20,000 rupees difference. So here you have a 1,83,000 rupees and your 2 lakhs rupees is the management seat. That's it. And there is no other hidden charges.
All right. All right. All right. The next thing is, I'm not sure if you've covered your hostel and campus. Do you all
Yes,
have
I
hostel?
did.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. What I explained is like, I mean, here, yeah, I'll just run through. So this is like my infrastructure. This is what I have explained. Like infrastructure, what all I have is first is a studio. Then we have a smart class. We have a classrooms. We have a library. We have a well-equipped computer lab. We have a workshop spaces, a separate dedicated space for workshop. We have multiple workshop. In fact, we do not just have one. We have multiple workshop for wet activities, dry activities, and fine more carving activities. We have
All
an exhibition hall. We have a construction yard. We have a shared infrastructure. In that, we have a sports ground within the campus itself. We have a bus facility, transportation. We have a dedicated parking space for architecture students. We have a boys and girls hostel within the campus and close proximity of the campus. We have a
right.
canteen within the campus itself. We have a banking facility in the campus. We have a stationery store in the campus. We have a seminar hall. We have auditorium and so on.
Okay. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. So that sounds good. There are
Yeah.
a few questions here.
Yeah, please.
Thank you, Girish L. So Girish L says thanks to East West School of Architecture. It was informative and interesting.
Right. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, thank you, Girish, for that. So Arya Priya is asking, are the management seats filled or are they still available?
Still available. The reason is like, we all know that the NATA is yet to happen. So some of the students who were privileged and could crack the exams at JE paper 2, so that's one of the requirement, either of them. So the students who have already qualified in this, they have come and taken the admission. So, but still some of the seats are still available with management with us.
All right. So Arya, I
Yeah,
hope that answers your question.
yeah,
And right. If there are any other questions, we have about 3-4 minutes left. So if there are any other questions, please feel free to ask. But I think we have covered pretty much everything. I have been through your entire presentation. It seems like you've probably covered um,
yeah.
almost all the questions that students have had. So I'm
Thank you.
glad. One of the things I need to ask you here is,
Yes.
the typical cutoffs that students need to have. So say
The
round one
typical,
in
yes.
CET.
Yeah,
Yeah.
typical cutoffs in a CT last year in the general category, first cut we had received around 6 to 700 somewhere in between. That was the first rank. Okay, but this year how it is going to be, I have a question mark on this because we all know that the pandemic situation and NATA is getting delayed. The students are all, I mean, I'm not very sure about this year how it is going to be. If it is a regular year, definitely I would have predicted that this year it is going to be this approximately.
All right. All right. Um, so your transportation facility, Girishal is asking about your
Yeah.
transportation facility. So
Yes.
I think they stay somewhere near the JP Nagar area. All
JP
right.
Nagar. Yes.
So from
Yes.
yeah. So do y'all have like fixed transport from like only certain
From
locations, or do y'all have?
Jaideva Hospital, we have a bus facility from Jaideva Hospital.
All right, all right. No, but in general, you'll have it all across Bangalore, or is
Mostly,
it
most of the part of Bangalore, but there are, like, obviously the remote areas like Yalankas, or maybe the area which is remote, Whitefield and all. Definitely, we are unable to do so at this point of time. But if we have a students coming our way from there, we'll find out another alternate route to make it enable.
all right? Fantastic, fantastic. So I think that's about it for the questions for today.
Yeah. Yes.
Um, Thanks to all the participants who have come here, and architect Chandan Kumar, thank you so much for taking the time out. I know that there are juries not juries, there are internal vivas going on, and you've taken the
Going
time
on.
out to
Yes.
come and meet our students, so we're very very happy with you for that.
Thank you so much, sir. Thanks a lot for the DQ Lab to giving me this opportunity. And I also would like to thank all the student and parents who have patiently listened to me and giving me opportunity to discuss and share my what all I have with East West School of Architecture. Also, I'm really thankful to the parents and the students who put up their questions, and I'm glad that I'm able to answer all your queries. And definitely do visit to the campus, and I will be discuss with you in even more details. And whatever I shown you here in the photographic imagery format, you will be able to see all these things in live.
Right. All right, Professor. Thank you so
Thank
much
you so
once
much.
again. Uh, all the
May
best to
I
you. All
unshare
right.
the screen? May I unshare the
Yes.
screen?
Yes. You can unshare. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Thank
So
you.
to all the students, it's best of luck for your upcoming NATA exam, which is on a coming week, I guess, next week. Yeah. So you'll be having your NATA exam. Best of luck for that, and I hope that you will be able to reach to your destinations wherever, whether it's my college or any other college. Best of luck for your future endeavor. Thank you so much.
Right. You can continue being here. I'll just end the live stream.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.